Professor? There's something you must come see immediately.
Slow down. Tell me everything, slowly and clearly.
Professor, we have found
Take a breath.
an entrance into the mountain.
An entrance into the mountain?
Yes, Professor. Exactly where the findings we discovered indicated. Incredibly, we were able to decipher the coordinates. It was not easy, I can tell you.
Where is it located precisely?
Precisely on the northeast side of the cliff. Unfortunately, it is covered by a thick layer of ice, probably formed over centuries. If not millennia, inlays are visible. Their shapes are not natural. We are facing an unprecedented discovery.
When was this discovered?
Yesterday morning, Professor. The radio was unusable from there due to the strange magnetism present. I immediately set out to inform you.
Give me a summary of the discovery.
The frozen findings discovered near the camp, with an advanced coordinate system. They led to a specific place on the side of the gigantic hill. There we discovered an entrance, completely frozen over, but not of natural formation. The radio does not work due to the strange magnetic field in the area. So, I left immediately to inform you.
What an incredible find! Prepare for immediate departure.
Certainly, Professor. I'll get the sleds ready.
And Johnson?
Yes, Professor?
Pack dynamite. Lots of dynamite.
As good as done.
I'm beside myself with excitement. The work of a lifetime. Could it be one of those legendary civilizations like Atlantis or Mu? Speculation is pointless. I cannot wait to admire it firsthand.
All is ready, Professor. To you goes the honor.
Gentlemen, here, today, we make history. In this remote place, at the edge of the world, we, with me to guide you, have made the most sensational discovery ever recorded in the annals of history. Signs of intelligent life in a place no human has ever set foot before. This will be spoken of for eons to come, and it will radically change everything we thought we knew. Forever!
Professor, everything you requested is ready.
Thank you, Danforth. Exactly what I need. The layer of ice that has formed around the rim prevents the lid from being opened. I've done it. Everything needed to make the detonator is contained inside. All that remains is to collect them and mount the charge. Perfect. Now all that's left is to make that dynamite do its thing. Everything is in place. Stay back. We did it. Let's go inside to check. Atwood? Danforth! Dyer! Organize the equipment, gather the men, tie up the dogs, and follow me. still can't believe what we have discovered.
Professor,
Such
wait for
magnificence.
us.
Bring the torches. You can't see a thing in here. What do we have here? We need lights. Oh my God, what's in these frozen alcoves? Come see! Gentlemen, within this ice lie organic forms unlike anything we've ever seen.
Unbelievable.
What a sensational discovery!
Hell,
It will not be easy to pierce that layer of ice. Right, Professor?
not at all, Daya.
Professor,
Yes, Atwood.
do you know Pebodi from the engineering department?
Yes, I think I remember him.
He was working on a new type of drill that would do just that for us.
True. The whole campus was talking about it just before we left.
Great. We have to go back to camp to contact the university. The radios don't work here. One more thing we need to figure out. Remain here and keep updating the findings. We'll meet back there later.
Hey, what's this here?
What?
There's something stuck in the ice. Help me get it out. This could be worth a fortune.
You know that everything recovered from an excavation must be handed over to the professor.
Really? And what if I told you that I know someone who will buy it, and you'll never have to work again for the rest of your life?
Sounds tempting.
Let's see what it is first.
The unnatural silence, devoid of life, only the sound of the sea. Lone hadn't heard anything else for days. He felt no pain, but he could not stand. He could only crawl. At least now he could do that, and felt slightly stronger. But where to go? That was the problem. How would he escape from that hellish town? Innsmouth.
I'm still alive.
Where to start? Well, it's not exactly easy for me to tell you everything I've been through. There's a turn of phrase that has stuck with me over the years. I read it in one of those collections of fantastical stories that are so popular these days. The author says something about the sea of ignorance in which we all swim, and he is dead on. How I would love to have drowned in that sea, and to have continued my life as if nothing else mattered. Maybe I could have died happy, or at least at peace, but I digress. This all began for me with a call from a certain Armitage of Arkham's Miskatonic University. His brother had gone missing, and all the clues led to a remote coastal town, Innsmouth. And yes, I found Armitage's missing brother. Too bad he was already gone, and from a violent death, chained to the wall of the labyrinthian caves beneath the town. The sole survivor I met was a fellow missionary priest, still alive. The fools. They were crazy enough to believe that they could freely preach their religion in Innsmouth. The priest told me a story I dismissed as mere invention at first. A tiara holding the power to awaken unclean creatures from the fringe of imagination. But in the end, I came to believe his tale. I recovered that unholy relic. There, a shapeless mass, a horror beyond description, surged forth and attacked us. The priest managed to get away. I was not quite so lucky. However, here I stand, able to tell you all of this, and it's from this point on that I want you to hear my story. What the hell? But what? That insane creature grabbed me. After that, I remember nothing. I have to get out of this godforsaken town. At least I'm still in one piece. Smoking disgusts me now. Perhaps that's at least one positive outcome from all this? Anyway, I never learned how to swim. I'd rather die right here than go back in there. Looks like a plank from a broken crate. I'd say, knowing what goes on around here, that the crate was most likely thrown overboard in the scramble to avoid official scrutiny. An idea is forming in my mind about how to get myself over to the other side. Let's give this a try. Some strong-looking reeds. Could come in handy. I can use them to tie the planks together. This should work.
Hey, you! Come over here. Stay out of sight.
Shush. Don't make the slightest sound, please.
Rest at ease. You're lucky you ran into me first. I'm the only one in town you can trust.
I just want to get out of here.
To the northeast, you will find an old abandoned railway that leads out of town. And now, I'll go distract them for you. You get to move on, and keep your head down.
Thank you. I hope I can somehow repay you one day.
A good bottle of whiskey is never unwelcome. Speaking of which... Well, do you have any whiskey for the good Zadok?
Shut up, old man.
Why do we even let this smelly old tramp camp out at our town?
So, about that whiskey. Or would you like me to blab some of your secrets to the guy who works in the drugstore?
After him.
Sure.
I gotta get out of here.
He traveled in seclusion out of fear that they were following him. He managed to get back home, to his Arkham. He couldn't, however, rid himself of the sense of dread he had brought back with him.
I've dragged my sorry self back home. Now comes the difficult part. But first, I must grab some shut-eye and a change of clothes.
Underling number 7, report.
Master.
I hear you have some news of interest for me.
Yes, Master. Sadly, I must report that the Marshes have failed to keep the tiara in our possession for the upcoming ritual.
Very unfortunate. You just can't trust those damn fishmen. But we will remedy that. Continue.
Yes, Master. One of our Innsmouth affiliates reported something extraordinary. Some private investigator was attacked by the unspeakable creature that dwells in the labyrinth of tunnels, yet somehow survived.
What? Nobody has ever survived a Shoggoth. Track him down.
I gotta inform Armitage of his brother's ugly end. Maybe I will also tell him something about the strange tiara, and about Elliot running off with it. Perhaps his contacts can look into all that further. It could actually be dangerous, but who could even tell after all I've been through? Surely they don't lack for weirdness in that town. There's no time now. I must call Armitage. This is not the time to analyze these old cases. I have to call Armitage. I gotta call Armitage first. That's the way outside. I gotta call Armitage first. Armitage?
Lone, you're back? Finally. I've been waiting on news from you for weeks. I was beside myself with worry.
Weeks?
Yes. 33 days to be precise. But enough with the prattling. Have you found my brother?
I'd rather talk about it in person. When can I meet you at Miskatonic?
Immediately.
I'll see you shortly then. I don't like fruits. Too healthy.
Lone Carter.
Yes?
Go on in. Armitage is waiting for you.
Thanks. Armitage?
Lone, please come in. Sorry, I was just wandering around studying some texts. You look well.
I have some bad news for you.
Go on.
Your brother didn't make it. I'm sorry.
How did it happen?
I'm not sure you want to know the details right now.
It's what I paid you for.
I found him in the tunnels that run under Innsmouth. I didn't make it in time.
Who did this? Who?
It seems the laws of civilized society mean nothing in Innsmouth. Apparently your brother and Elliot stuck their noses somewhere they shouldn't have.
This Elliot you speak of was dead too?
No, he was still alive when I got there. We both escaped with our lives by a hair. An impossible creature attacked us. I still have no idea how I managed to survive intact. Unfortunately, I don't know where Elliot ended up.
I'll need a few days to make some inquiries. I will get back to you soon. In the meantime, try getting in touch with one of my contacts, a man by the name of William Blanko. He writes for those cheap pulp magazines, but is also an expert on the occult. He often comes by here. He simply devours the rare texts that only we possess. Sadly, I do not know his address or even a telephone number, but I'm sure for a detective of your reputation, finding him will be but a trivial matter. Discuss with him everything you have discovered, and I'm sure he will get back to me.
I'll see you later then, I guess. Stealing it would not be polite. It would be rude to go behind the counter. I don't have time for that now. Mailman must have been by while I was out. Strange. I was gone for more than a month and there was no mail waiting. And then the moment I'm home, here some is. Lone, I've been trying to get in touch with you for days. I absolutely need you to look into a case I'm working on. Come as soon as you can to the crime scene on Walton Street. A. Logan. Alan. Haven't heard from him in ages. If he needs me, I'm only too happy to help him out. There's nothing I need. So many old cases. I should file them all away sometime. Not right now, though.
You're not supposed to be in here.
Wait! Lone, my dear friend!
Alan, I came as soon as I got your letter.
What letter?
This one.
I didn't send you any letter. I would have just called you up on the telephone. You're one of the few who own such a device of the devil.
Witty as always, I see. Someone knew about this case you're on and saw fit to involve me in it. I wonder who it could be.
Well, since you're here anyway, you might as well give us a hand. Just like old times. I slaved like a dog, and you occasionally had a flash of brilliance and solved the case outright.
All the while you were busy scarfing down donuts. Such excesses of sugar intake can block one's higher reasoning faculties, you know.
Same old Lone.
Ritual homicide?
Bud, fill my friend in on this whole gruesome affair.
Certainly, Captain. The landlady called the station this morning to report that she had found Mr. Gillum hanging, mutilated, here in his room, with Sarah Rupert disemboweled in the bed.
Did the lady in question have access to the victim's room?
That has yet to be established.
I spoke with her earlier. Apparently she found the door ajar. I doubt she was lying, given the state of shock she was in. It's unlikely she has the stomach for such a macabre act. We had to call an ambulance to tend to her. She was fainting at my feet.
The corpses were gutted. Liver and pancreas of both have been removed. And even more disgustingly, his eyes and mouth have been stitched shut, besides the fact that his lower half is still yet to be found. Records show that the girl over there, Sarah Rupert, did not reside here. It's possible they were dating and she was merely in the wrong place at the wrong time. The victim was a student of parapsychology at Miskatonic University, originally from Haverhill. He lived here to take advantage of the low-rent neighborhood. Probably couldn't afford a room on the university campus.
Difficult for such a person to make mortal enemies. He was most likely just easy prey for our killer due to his withdrawn lifestyle.
We will investigate his acquaintances more thoroughly. In the meantime, feel free to take a look around, but don't touch anything.
The victim's blood was collected in this basin. Weird residue lay around it, almost like someone drank from it. Horrible. Who could do such a thing? Or girl. A strange mechanism to block out the sun. Nobody could say this isn't a nice, bright room. A blank piece of paper.
Lone, please don't touch anything. The crime scene photographer is on his way.
Sure. Quite meager. There are also some crumbs on it. It probably doubled as his dining table. My old friend Alan. Alan?
Yes?
I'd like to know who sent that letter in your name.
I have no idea how to look into that any further. But it weighs heavily on my mind, too. They know who both you and I are.
Yep. Can you tell me anything more about the victim?
We've already given you all the information we have so far. I get a feeling this is going to be a rough one. But luck sent you here, right?
Yep, luck. This ain't the nicest of neighborhoods, if I remember correctly.
Right. But it is not unheard of to find decent people of lesser means living here for the rock-bottom rent.
Bud looks like your typical run-of-the-mill policeman.
He is.
Also quite the bigot, apparently.
But with excellent hearing, Mr. Carter.
Oops. I'll let you know if I find out anything else.
Thanks, Lone. I owe you.
Do you remember any other details?
No, I would say none.
Good morning. How can I serve you?
I live next door. Did the mail already come today?
Nope, no delivery yet.
Thanks. Name's Lone Carter.
Yeah, I've seen you around, but I haven't bumped into you for a while. You look like one of those investigators from the novels.
Well, without quite as much work, sadly.
Nice to meet you. I'm Calvin. I run this shop. It was founded by my grandfather, Melvin, hence the name.
Nice to meet you, pal. Maybe you can help me out. I'm looking for one of those rags that publishes them hack horror stories.
Something like Weird Tales?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm afraid we're out of stock.
Damn it. It's all right, Lone. It's all right. Do you know of anyone else who sells it locally?
We are the exclusive dealers. Maybe you could find someone in Boston.
I ain't going all the way to Boston just to buy some rag.
I can tell this is important to you. Maybe I can help you out.
Really? Thanks.
Slow down now, slow down. I happen to collect those magazines.
Great. Can you tell me the publisher's name then, please?
There's just one slight problem. In order to keep them pristine, I do not allow even myself to open them. That could damage them.
Then why even buy them?
You could never understand the heart of a collector.
What do you want for just a sneak peek?
Do you work in this building?
Yeah, I even live in it, to be honest. But what's that got to do with anything?
Perfect. In order to give you the information you're after, I will need you to do something for me first.
Well, ain't you just a smarmy little bastard?
Tread lightly, Lone. It's either this or a trip to Boston for you. Or you can wander around the city asking everyone if they know who publishes Weird Tales.
I could just go to the patent office and ask who registered the title.
You surely could. But the bureaucracy is notoriously slow. Who knows which dusty shelf this one vital piece of information sits on? But I feel you have a certain urgency. And the favor I ask shouldn't occupy you for too long.
Well, get on with it. I might just put some lead in his head. Lone, deep breaths. Dr. Ivory says I need to learn to control my anger.
Do you know Foreman?
Yep. He lives on the same floor as me.
Great! That bastard's been boasting around about having a better collection than mine, which is obviously impossible.
Oh, my breaking heart.
Anyway, I always end up second best at our club meetings. Now, each of us has a list with every item in our collection pinpointed down to the iota. I need you to find Foreman's list, Carter, so I can expose how lacking it is in front of everyone.
Are you aware that breaking and entering is a serious crime?
Of course, but you seem the kind of man who might find small detours from common ethics.
I'll see what I can do. A long and thin object. It will probably end up being of some use eventually. Well, more so than merely as a broom anyway. I could always put it back together if need be. I'm not in the mood to sweep up right now. A spare set of lockpicks. A good find. I lost my last pair in Innsmouth. This could come in handy. Nothing of worth. There's some chemistry equipment in here. Served me well in the Kroichak case. This could come in handy. There's nothing else I need in there. I don't want to tear another page off. Behind this board is a hole that looks directly into the neighbor's room. It seems that not plugging it turned out to be the best choice after all. Bless my laziness. That seems to be what I'm looking for. I can see Foreman's desk from here. Over there is the list I need. I can't get there. I'll have to come up with something else. It's long enough to reach the list, but it has no way to grab it. What luck, a perfect fit. Seems to be charged with static electricity now. My arm's not long enough to reach it. I'll have to come up with something else. Bingo. Now to take the list to Calvin. Hi, Mickey.
Hi, Lone. I haven't seen you around in a while.
I've been working here and there.
I see. Take care, Lone.
Right back at you, Mickey. Monleo, how you doing?
Lone, been a while. Been a month or more that I ain't seen ya.
Yeah, I was busy. How's your mom doing?
Old, but still going strong.
Good to hear. See you soon.
Stop by whenever you like.
I feel at home in the shadows. There's no one I need to call right now.
Hello, Mr. Carter. Where are we with the list?
Here's your good-for-nothing lists.
Outstanding! Thank you very much.
The name of the publisher. Now.
Sure. Don't get flustered. Derlithson Press.
Good. Is a telephone number mentioned at all?
005672.
Perfect. As I see things, you still owe me a favor.
That wasn't the deal.
As you saw, I'm very good at small detours from common ethics. Perhaps I could even take some scissors to that little collection of yours and make it a bit larger, piece by piece.
I do still owe you a favor.
Well said, and don't you forget it. I got nothing to ask him about.
Derlithson Press. Good morning. How can I help you?
I'm after some information.
Go on, sir.
I need the address of one of your collaborators, William Blanko.
We cannot disclose private details.
Please, it's very important. I'm John Smith, tax agent.
Oh, God. Taxes. Go on.
You sound nervous. Calm down.
No, is that... really...
You have a big problem.
Tell me, what is it?
It concerns some of your payments. Just give me the address, and I'll leave you in peace. You're all going to jail.
Jail? I don't know what I have to do with that. Try to come when the boss is here, please.
We'll make sure you all end up in the slammer. Give me the address, now.
Oh my God, you caught me off guard. I don't know if... No, I really can't. I'm very sorry.
She was just about to break and give me the address. Just needs a touch more pressure. So many old cases. I should file them all away sometime. Not right now, though.
Derlithson Press. Good morning. How can I help you?
I'm after some information.
Go on, sir.
I need the address of one of your collaborators, William Blanko.
We cannot disclose private details.
Please, it's very important. I'm John Smith, tax agent.
Oh, God. Taxes. Go on.
You sound nervous. Calm down.
No, is that really?
You have a big problem.
Tell me, what is it?
It concerns some of your payments. Just give me the address, and I'll leave you in peace. I think you need to explain yourselves.
Try calling back when the boss is in.
I wouldn't want to have to go there with a warrant.
Look, I understand that you're just doing your job, but I'm trying to do mine here as well. Try to swing by the office.
Damn. I'm certain she fell for it, but I'll have to resort to stronger methods to convince her.
Durlithson Press. Good morning. How can I help you?
I'm after some information.
Go on, sir.
I need the address of one of your collaborators, William Blanko.
We cannot disclose private details.
Please, it's very important. I'm John Smith, tax agent.
Oh, God. Taxes. Go on.
Let's get right to the points. I'll be needing William Blanko's address.
But really, I can't.
You have a big problem.
But you better ask my boss. Now he's not here.
Just give me the address, and I'll leave you in peace. You're all going to jail.
Sure. Hold the line while I see what I can do. I'm here.
We'll make sure you all end up in the slammer. Give me the address, now.
Oh,
I guess I went too far. She must have passed out.
Durlithson Press. Good morning. How can I help you?
I'm after some information.
Go on, sir.
I need the address of one of your collaborators, William Blanko.
We cannot disclose private details.
Please, it's very important. I'm John Smith, tax agent.
Oh, God. Taxes. Go on.
Let's get right to the points. I'll be needing William Blanko's address.
But really, I can't.
You have a big problem.
But you better ask my boss. Now he's not here.
Just give me the address, and I'll leave you in peace. You're all going to jail.
Sure. Hold the line while I see what I can do. I'm here.
I wouldn't want to have to go there with a warrant.
I'd be fired if I...
You won't be fired, you'll be promoted. You will have saved your company so much trouble.
Okay, hold for a moment, please.
Hope it works out.
Here's the address. 27 Pickman Avenue. Good day.
Good day to you.
My poor brother. I can't stop thinking about him. Maybe if I just go home for the night and take some time to reflect on all this. But what?
Fortunately, he never had time to turn around before all life left his body. A masterpiece, if I do say so myself. I wonder if Howard has the time to take a look at it. Coming. Come in.
Hi there. I'm Lone Carter, private investigator.
Pleasure to meet you, Lone. How did you find me?
Dr. Armitage told me how to get in touch with you. He said you could shed some light on certain things that have happened to me.
That depends. What are we talking about? But please, go on. And call me William.
Okay, William. I was hired by Armitage himself.
I see. Come in. Don't just stand there in the doorway.
So, a bunch of really bizarre stuff went down in Innsmouth. But there's one last thing I just can't come to grips with.
Go on.
I was attacked by a seething mass with thousands of eyes and teeth.
A Shoggoth? So it's all true. They actually exist.
Tone down the enthusiasm, please. It wasn't exactly a party on my end.
I'm sorry. I'm a scholar of the occult, and any information, however horrible for most, arouses my curiosity. Go on, please.
I remember waking up, barely alive, missing an arm and a leg, and I passed out. When I woke up, I felt perfectly fine and my missing limbs were back.
Amazing. Lone, I wish to perform a small experiment on you. Will you permit me?
Ow! What the hell was that for?
I'm testing a theory, which is confirmed, it seems. Look at your arm.
It's already healed, without even a scar.
You must have escaped the embrace of that unearthly creature by mere chance. It was literally consuming you, but apparently some of its cells invaded your body, and they now seem to repair any physical damage you take. I don't know what the long-term implications are, but for now, it seems you're practically immortal. Amazing.
I might not know much, but this seems unlikely to end well. Is there anything you can do to help me?
Perhaps, yes. But do you really want me to? With such power, you could make a real difference.
I'm not interested in being some kind of hero. Besides, we have no idea how this thing might further evolve. If I were to turn into one of those things here in the city...
You've actually got a point. Lone, do you know Professor Wilmarth?
Yes. He hired me for an extremely strange case. But not as strange as all this.
Talking to him could prove valuable indeed. His knowledge in this field is vast.
Sounds like a plan. How can we get in touch with him?
I have his address. I'll write him a letter explaining the situation, with your permission, of course.
Good.
Let's meet at Miskatonic with Armitage in 3 days' time.
Good day, William. I really gotta go grab some shut-eye. Then I'll have a think about who left this letter for me. Returning to the crime scene might be a good idea. Hopefully I can investigate unimpeded next time.
Damn small-time detective. I hope I won't regret asking for help from that miserable creature.
I've already gotten the list. I'm not wearing an overcoat, and I never take off this trench coat.
Lone Carter, how may I be of assistance?
I'm here to see Armitage.
He is not here. I do not know when he will be back.
Thanks anyway.
Mr. Carter, I'm sorry I can't let you in without Armitage's permission.
You're right. Excuse me. You still got it, Lone. Although, the lockpick's broke. There's a shovel in here. I'll grab it. Perfect. There's a pen here as well. I'll just grab them both. I have no reason to move that, or climb up on it. It's stuck. I don't want to touch that. It sends a shiver up my spine. Quite meager. There are also some crumbs on it. It probably doubled as his dining table. A pen and paper. I can't close that from here. There. Now it should work properly. Doesn't look very useful. What's that thing? A weird symbol. Visible only in the dark, drawn with who knows what. And more to the point, who knows what it means. Yeah, I should be able to jot it down this way, for whatever that's worth. I wonder if William has seen anything like it before.
Come in, Lone.
William, I'd like to ask you about something.
Sure.
I'm helping a friend out with a case. It looks like a ritual murder. I copied this symbol from the door there.
Interesting. It's been a long time since I've seen it.
So you recognize it?
Yes, but it shouldn't be there.
Tell me everything you know about it.
Sit, Lone. I'll recount a story for you. You'll probably have some trouble believing it.
Given what I've gone through, I highly doubt that.
I am a student of the occult, as you may have heard. What I'm about to tell you, however, does not come from mere book study. As you may know, Arkham, much like Salem, is a city of mysteries. Here, over the centuries, many have acted in ways that I would describe as interesting. We don't have to delve that far back into antiquity, though.
I've lived here all my life, but I've never heard of any obscure ancient claptrap.
Well, that's only to be expected, Lone. The people involved in all this keep as low a profile as possible. I only learned of it because my old Miskatonic colleague, Daniel Upton, had the misfortune of getting caught up in the whole affair.
I see.
He asked for my help, but his request arrived too late. I received this telegram from him.
William, I need your help. Stop. I have confirmed that dissidents exist. Stop. I have found one. Stop. Ephraim waits. Stop. Dissidents?
Lone, I must impress upon you that Daniel and I, through our studies, came across this term more than once. There seems to be an extensive organization operating in the shadows and harboring secret knowledge, to which only its members have access. That symbol belongs to the late Ephraim Waite. That is what I managed to learn from the only comprehensible mutterings from what once had been my dear friend, Daniel Upton.
What happened to Upton?
As I told you, I didn't make it in time. All I know is that he went mad and killed a friend of his. I don't know who that friend was. We had been out of touch for some time. He is now locked up in an asylum, but is no longer the Daniel I once knew.
What else can you tell me about Ephraim Waite?
He must have been a very powerful magician if he was actually affiliated with these dissidents. My subsequent research led nowhere. This led me to think that my friend's mental health was indeed compromised. Until now. Then you showed me that symbol.
But why involve me? I have to look into this further. It would be best to gather information about this Waite person. The Municipal Archive would be a good starting point. A friend of mine manages it. Can I meet him?
If you want to try, go ahead. I'll contact the clinic and ask them to let you in. The nurse and I go way back. We are well acquainted, if you catch my drift.
I caught it, William. See you later, William.
See you later. I wish I could go with you, but I have a pressing deadline bearing down on me.
Don't worry. I can handle things for now.
Halt! Take him down!
What the hell is going on?
Leave me alone. The sea calls me.
Come on, back to his room with him.
Hey, don't hurt him!
Mind your business.
Help! The sea!
Hey!
Excuse me, sir.
What? You treat all your patients this way?
Everyone is well cared for here. Patients try to break out now and then.
Yeah, right. Name's Lone Carter. I'm expected.
Let me just look you up. Ah, here you are. You are cleared to enter.
Who was that man?
Oh, he's always trying to get out. I heard he's from Innsmouth. Always raving about getting back to the sea. There's no sea around here. I guess in his mind, he's still in that godforsaken town.
Innsmouth, you say? What do you know about Innsmouth?
I know my brother-in-law lost his job for refusing to make deliveries there, and he was a hard worker. Now, he and my sister can't even make ends meet, what with their 3 children and all.
I see. I'm sorry to hear that. Thanks a lot. Good job. I hope everything turns out okay for your brother-in-law.
Good morning. Lone Carter?
Yes? How'd you know who I am?
William's description was accurate to the letter.
I see.
My William has a great gift for descriptive writing. Even way before I met him, I already felt I loved him. His stories are splendid. They deserve better than to appear in those cheap tabloids.
I'm here to see someone, Rose. It's a matter of some urgency.
Sure. You will find Upton in the last room in the corridor to your left. We can't allow you into the room, though. Please speak to him through the bolt hole. He can become quite violent.
Tell me about Upton.
There's not much to say. He pleaded insanity after the murder, and for good reason. He spent all his time since then babbling and drawing odd symbols, like this one.
Thanks, Rose. Anything else?
I can tell you that he has a wife and daughter, but they've never come to visit him. William has visited him before, but not even he stops by much lately. Anyway, he speaks only in groans. He eats little. I don't know how to help you any further, Lone.
Thanks all the same, Rose. The same symbol that was drawn on the victim's door, just like William told me. Do you remember anything else about Upton?
I don't know how to help you any further, Lone. He speaks only in groans. He eats little.
Thanks all the same, Rose. Tell me about the man they dragged away.
All I know is that he came from Innsmouth and has been incarcerated since before I worked here. He always tries to escape.
I've noticed.
But he couldn't be on the loose. He can be very, very aggressive. His walks are always overseen by maximum security guards. But all too often they end up as you saw here today.
Thanks, Rose. Tell me about the other patients.
There is little to say, Lone. Once you get used to the hellish moans, it's a pretty quiet job. These poor people probably don't even know where they are. As much as we can, our duty is to try to give them a dignified life.
Yeah, right.
What?
That sounds right, I said. That sounds about right. Later, Rose.
Bye, Lone. Give my regards to William when you see him.
Sure. What a fright. Daniel Upton? Well, this is complicated. It would serve no purpose. It would serve no purpose. Good morning.
Yikes!
What?
Sonny, one should at least announce oneself before barging in.
But I did announce.
Youth these days, all the same. Thinking only of your fashionable fedoras. With no respect for the elderly.
Excuse me, I didn't mean to intrude on you.
You won't get away with being rude to me. I wasn't born yesterday, you know.
Fine, just fine. Is John not on duty here today?
Why are you yelling? No, John was transferred.
Just great. I need some information!
You're still yelling! Please go on.
I'm looking for information on Ephraim Waits. He lived here in Arkham. I'm conducting an investigation.
What was that? There's nothing wrong with our ventilation.
Oh, I'm looking for information on Ephraim Waits. I need it for an investigation.
What do you want to know?
Did he have any family?
I'll have to go look that up. In the meantime, you may browse the shelves at your leisure.
Looks like collections of newspapers filed by year. I need a date. There's way too much material to sort through otherwise. Maybe the archivist can shed more light on this. Countless books and documents about the history of Arkham. There are also obituaries filed by year. I need to pare down the list. There's way too much material here.
Ah, here it is. He had one daughter by the name of Innsmouth. They lived together. I don't know any more than that.
Can you repeat the name of his daughter?
Innsmouth. I don't know any more than that.
Where did he and his daughter live?
I'll have to go look that up. In the meantime, you may browse the shelves at your leisure.
There are many construction documents, such as floor plans and blueprints. There's nothing I know of to look up here at the moment.
Ah, here it is. His last known residence was 27 Regent Street.
Let's talk about something else. I need the lowdown on Daniel Upton. He was accused of murder some years ago.
What do you want to know?
Do you know anything about the murder?
Do you know what year that happened?
No, to be honest.
It's rather difficult to find information without details. The only thing I might be able to do is look up his name. Wait. In the meantime, you may browse the shelves at your leisure.
I need to pare down the list. There's way too much material here.
Not much to go on, but Upton has been in a mental hospital since 1915.
Did he have any family?
Wait. In the meantime, you may browse the shelves at your leisure.
There's a news article here concerning the murder of a certain ED by someone identified only as DU. Could this be the connection between them?
Here it is. He had a wife and son, but they no longer reside in Arkham. But Upton has been in a mental hospital since 1915.
I need more information on Ephraim Waite.
What do you want to know?
Was he originally from Arkham?
I'll have to go look that up. In the meantime, you may browse the shelves at your leisure.
It appears the house was demolished in 1917 to build a department store. Well, I guess today I won't risk being arrested for trespassing. I'd imagine it was torn down after he died. It would be better if I asked the archivist lady about it.
Here it is. He was a native of Innsmouth.
Could you tell me when he died?
I'll have to go look that up. In the meantime, you may browse the shelves at your leisure.
I need to pare down the list. There's way too much material here.
Here it is. October 28th, 1915, 5 years ago.
Can you repeat the name of his daughter?
Asenith. I don't know any more than that.
Let's talk about something else. I need more information on Daniel Upton.
What do you want to know?
Anything else on Upton?
I'm sorry, Sonny. I know nothing else about that.
I'll come back later.
What?
See you later!
You too, Sonny.
There's no mention of Ephraim Waite's passing in the obituaries for October 28th, 1915. That's strange. Ephraim Waite, a prominent figure and well-known philanthropist from Arkham, passed away. A prominent figure. I wonder what he actually did for a living.
I need more information on Ephraim Waite.
What do you want to know?
What was his occupation?
Look, young man, I heard things about him back in the day. I heard he spent his life engrossed in his business interests. He came from a wealthy Innsmouth family, but odd rumors about him abounded.
What kinds of rumors?
Rumors that he hosted some rather bizarre gatherings, not the type suitable for God-fearing folk. Back then, I was quite the hotsy-totsy. And a mutual acquaintance invited me to one of his parties, but naturally I turned down the offer. That being said, I saw him in a completely new light when he funded the restoration of the Christ Church cemetery grounds back in 1913.
I see.
Could you tell me when he died?
October 28th, 1915.
Let's talk about something else. I've never been to the Christchurch Cemetery.
What?
I have never been to the Christchurch Cemetery.
Why are you yelling so much? You can find it in the southeast section of the city. It's an ancient place. Since the renovation, it has lost much of its charm. But at least now, there's not as much risk of taking a brick to the head or being swallowed up by the earth.
Is Mr. Waite buried there?
Most likely. He renovated it after all. But let me go check the records. Well, this is strange. There are no burial records concerning Mr. Waite. This is very odd indeed. I wonder where he ended up.
I should probably take a look for myself at this cemetery Waite cared for so deeply. Excuse me, madam.
Hello, young man.
May I ask you what you're doing here?
I'm here to visit my husband, Sonny. Not much else for me to do with what's left of my life but drag my old bones out here and have a chat with him.
I see. Please excuse me for having bothered you.
Not at all. It's always nice to chat with someone who can chat back.
A good day to you.
Thank you, young man. You too.
It appears the house was demolished in 1917 to build a department store. There's an article about Mr. Waite here. Philanthropy never dies. Arkham Tycoon finances renovation of ancient Christchurch Cemetery. The article has a photo of him. Could come in handy. Later, Rose.
Bye, Lone. Give my regards to William when you see him.
Sure. Wait, what did you just say?
It had to be done. It had to be done. He is not in that grave. He was just the container. Prepared to meet wickedness in its pure state. It had to be done!
Lone, what have you done? Get out, Lone! Please, get him sedated! He'll end up getting hurt!
Edward Derby. This has got to be the name of the guy Upton murdered. He is not in his grave. It had to be done. What does that mean? I better go back to the cemetery and check. It says, burned wolf. The reports of my death are greatly exaggerated. I don't like messing around with graves. It's disrespectful. It says, here lies Pontus Leonge, a great fool and an even greater defender of humanity. I don't have time to dig up corpses. It says, H. Phoenix, haunted by his parents. Exhuming a random body makes no sense. It says, Martin Prediger, alia iacta esta. But why do I have this overwhelming desire to dig? There seems to be no trace of Ephraim's grave. Harmonic 79. What the hell kind of name is this? It says, how dare you? I created you and I can destroy you. Disturbing. A strange force urges me to raid tombs, but I must resist. Ixitus est Marcus Novatorum, sit mihi terra lebis, quis vic tumulo posuit ardentum lucernum, ilius cineris area terra tegat. Exhuming a random body makes no sense. Luca and Chiara. Here lies Luca and Chiara. Don't worry, they're just catching up on their sleep. Exhuming a random body makes no sense. Cream cups. The most merciful thing in the world is the inability of the human mind to correlate all its contents. I don't have time to dig up corpses. There seems to be no trace of Ephraim's grave. Marco Sangalo. After all, it's always the others who die. I don't like messing around with graves. It's disrespectful. Martin Ottowitz. Strange force urges me to raid tombs, but I must resist. It says, Edward Derby, son and poet, your spirit will always be by our side. This is the grave of Edward Derby. I should return later, under cover of darkness. I'll need some help with all this, though. I could recruit William. He seems to be the type to appreciate a good exhumation. It says, Alpobemp. Not bad for my first time. It didn't hurt. Strange force urges me to raid tombs, but I must resist. It says, Riccardo Bellucci. Decaf he wanted. Agitated, he passed. Exhuming a random body makes no sense. It says, TK. Notre vie est un voyage dans les vers et dans les nuits. Nous cherchons notre passage dans le ciel où rien ne luit. Exhuming a random body makes no sense. It says Federico Pedamonte died of an indescribable and nameless horror. In the house overlooking the sea, illuminated by a color come from space. I've checked every grave. There's no trace of Ephraim's. The only link is Edward Derby's grave. It seems Upton is not completely mad after all. Poor soul. When all this is over, I will try to help him out. I don't like messing around with graves. It's disrespectful. Hello.
Greetings.
Could you tell me anything about the church?
I'm not very religious. Let me tell you, I deal with corpses every day, but that place makes even me shudder.
Where does the forest path lead?
I don't know. I never go there. I heard that someone got lost in there and never came back.
Good day.
Be seeing ya. Given my job, I don't usually say that out loud.
Come in, Lone.
It seems you know the nurse at the asylum quite well.
Yes, we have a bit of a history. She found me slightly unforgettable.
She told me to give you her best wishes.
And I gladly accept them. Quite the woman, that Rose.
Do you know of an Edward Derby by any chance?
No, never heard of him.
It's the name of the guy Upton killed.
How did you find this out?
Upton told me.
You managed to make him talk? But how?
I showed him a photo of Ephraim.
Interesting.
Upton said he was just a vessel, that what he did had to be done. I think there's a connection. I found Derby's grave at the cemetery. There's no trace of Ephraim's.
This does nothing but confirm my hypothesis.
I might need some help tonight.
Count me in, Lone. Do you have the necessary tools?
I have a shovel, but the tomb is covered by a marble slab.
Don't worry. I can bring a crowbar.
Perfect. Tonight, then.
Let's meet up right there.
I can't think of anything else I have to do today. Maybe I should just go lie down and wait for nightfall. I'd better rest up a little before meeting Blanco at the cemetery.
Lone, over here.
Evening, William.
Got the shovel on you?
Sure. Let's get to work. This is the grave of Edward Derby, and there seems to be no sign of Ephraim's. The groundskeeper isn't there?
Rest assured, I've already checked. There's no one.
See you later. It says, Edward Derby, son and poet, your spirit will always be by our side. Come on, William.
Almost there.
This is quite the chore. We're almost there. What a stench.
Lone, look, he has something in his hands.
Daniel was right. It can't be Ephraim. He has a damn firm grip for such an old fella. Help me, William. 1, 2, 3. It looks like some sort of key, but to fit what kind of lock? We gotta put everything back as it was before we get caught. We'll figure the key out later. The last thing I want is to end up in the newspaper as a grave robber.
Well, actually, to tell you the truth, that would give my stories a huge boost in readership.
Jeez, William, stop kidding around. Done. The sun's coming up. The groundskeeper will be here soon.
Lone, shh. I hear someone coming.
Yeah, I do too. Split up. Let's meet up later at my place.
See you later, Lone. And good luck.
The sun was already rising high when Lone arrived back home after the horrible night before. The magnitude of the meaning of the night's events eluded him. Innsmouth, Ephraim, and Upton, the tomb of Derby, and the weird object found. All looked like pieces of a jigsaw puzzle to which he'd thrown away the complete box art. He fell asleep almost immediately, with these thoughts whirling in his head. I've never felt this depth of sorrow in all my life. When Father passed, well, everything changed. My mother, our poverty. Father and I shared little common ground. Perhaps we merely lacked the time to find it. But now that this has come about, a frightful tightness grips my chest. Simple respiration has become a labor. Vital oxygen seems to have lost the route on its way to my lungs. If only he were still here with me, to enlighten me, to offer guidance. Oh, grandfather. Oh, my grandfather.
Howard, aren't you done yet?
I'll be right over. It falls upon me to preserve the items of my grandfather's estate that are the most crucial. I'll obtain one for now. One never knows. My current mood is not one for reading. My memory is filled to the brink with the tales of my grandfather's travels. It was always as if they vaporated directly into my imagination. Snowbound peaks, rainforests infested with every manner of danger, splendid cities where the meek are preyed upon by the scum of humanity, lurking assassins and thieves. Such places appeared vividly in my dreams. Airborne monstrosities surged toward my person, borne aloft on the membranes of bat-like wings, their long and gnarled talons clutching at me. They had no faces. Upon a command, I could steer them as I wished. Let's see. This globe has buttons set in many specific locales around the world. I have a vivid childhood recollection of grandfather pressing them to open an odd concealed mechanism, but his fingers moved too fast for my young eyes to catch. Perhaps an undiscovered clue awaits me elsewhere. A portrait of my mother as a young woman. How beautiful she was then. Her eyes shine, transmitting the serenity in her soul out into the world. This would have been back from before I was even conceived. Let me see. There seems to be something inscribed on the back. I should discover some method to disengage it from the frame. I feel no desire to lug the picture, frame and all, around with me. Aha! This means should provoke the intended ends. The pen has been rendered utterly useless.
Howard! There's nothing worth anything in there!
On the underside of the canvas lurks an enigma. The enigma seems to indicate this shelf. That looks like the personal journal of my grandfather. I believe I'll obtain it. During the spring of his life, he was constantly traveling. Who even knows to how many far-flung locales? Mayhap I, myself, might meander there forth someday. The journal of my grandfather detailing his innumerable travels. We left at the first light of dawn. We had the automaton with us. Automaton? What does that mean? We all met in the basement on the outskirts of Boston. It was almost like entering a church, long since deserted. Planted all around, a pentacle painted upon the grimy flagstones were candles, wax frozen in mid-drip. There was no point wasting time here. No answers lay here, and Paris was at least a week away. Our final destination within the vastness of the Arabian desert lay even further ahead. We had to make a move. There was no option but for the automaton to perform the ceremony. Just looking at it sent a shiver up my tired spine, and then it just stops right there. The journal was penned about 15 years ago. Mayhap this was all merely an outline for a fictional work. A work of vivid imagination. Let's see. I heard a click. A tiny compartment has slid open at the base. There is a key ensconced within. Locked. It fits. The trunk is now open.
Howard, are you even still there?
A multitude of books. Without a single exception, they are all very old editions. A selection thereof consisting of the rarer of occult treatises, the need for which escapes me. Wait, that's a rare and ancient printing of a book I favor greatly. I must procure it.
Howard, hurry up!
A very old edition of the 1001 Nights. I can't wait to read it. I've always had a soft spot for these stories. The Merchant and the Genie. Wonderful. Prince Camaralzaman. So many memories. A bookmark holds the place of a story I've never heard of. The tale of Abdul al-Hazred. Faced with no chance of escape, the keepers sought to ensnare one of their own. Poor Abdul needed to choose. and choose wisely. God, my head.
Such a vivid dream. What does it mean?
Lone.
I'm coming, William.
Lone. Lone. Great news. Great news.
William, slow down. What's happening?
Wilmarth got back to me. We have to go to Vermont and find some guy by the name of Ackley. From what I've learned, he may prove useful to us. It appears he may be quite the eccentric fellow. He lives like a hermit. No mail can get through, and, needless to say, he has no telephone. He could help us understand your condition better and perhaps cure it.
What about what we found last night?
We can figure all that out after we get back. I'm curious as well, but this is much more important.
Who is this Ackley?
A former Miskatonic professor of anthropology. Apparently, he left the teaching profession due to personal reasons. He seems to be something of a strange character. Going by what Wilmarth told me, he may have a dependence on certain substances.
How will we get there?
I have an automobile, don't worry.
An automobile? Really? I've never ridden in one. I can't wait to give it a try. What are we waiting for? Let's go. No answer. Looks like it's not locked. There's something in here. Let's see what it is. Containers with strange liquids inside. Should we take them, William?
Sure. Bring them along. At the very least, they'll serve as a souvenir of our trip to Vermont.
Still no answer. Still no answer. Still no answer. A flimsy-looking door. Still no answer. Still no answer. Nobody's answering the door.
Try knocking again.
Still no answer. Still nothing.
We cannot have come this far for nothing. Let's just break in.
Seriously?
What do we have to lose? I don't see any cops around.
Come, William.
What's wrong with him?
He looks unconscious. Let me check. Hey! Hey! Nothing.
Check his pulse.
He's still alive.
We need him awake.
Wake up! Wake up! Nothing. He has something in his pocket. A handwritten booklet. It looks like some kind of notebook.
Go on, Lone. Read it.
On the cover it says, exotic mushrooms and their strange side effects. I better take a closer look at this. Hey, look at this, William. This page was bookmarked.
Read it, Lone. Let's hear what it says.
It seems there's nothing of interest. It deals with strange mushrooms.
Lone, it looks more like a manuscript than a bookmark.
Let's have a look. These seem to be some kind of notes. Not very meticulously written, by the look of it. It appears to be the formula needed to induce a trance.
Yes, but how do we wake him up?
The necessary equipment is here. We just need to understand the formula.
Perhaps there are some clues in the notes.
It's warm enough already in here. We still need something to inject the potential antidote with.
That syringe over there on the floor seems up for grabs.
A used syringe. God only knows what he injected himself with. This disgusts me, but we need something to inject him with. And I see nothing else around. There's nothing I need here. A still, used to distill substances. Looks like it's working.
Huh? What?
He's finally better.
Better? Better? You have no idea what you have done.
Saved you from probably dying?
Months of studies. Years, even, of studies. My trips. My proofs. I was one step away from Yugoth. I could already see its vibrant colors, together with my insectoid friends. What are you doing in my house?
William, are we even sure the tip is right?
Wait a moment, Lone. You're Henry Ackley, right?
Yes. Why?
You spoke of Yugoth.
That's right. What do you know of Yugoth? Are you an enlightened scholar as I am?
I would dare to identify myself as such, and what you're saying fills me with wonder. Did you really make it all the way to Yugoth?
Yes. Well, if not for you getting in the way, I was one step away. One single step. Insane, they called me. They removed me from my teaching position, but the entire time, I was correct on all counts. On all counts!
We are truly sorry to have interrupted your experiment. We'll make amends by helping you get it back up and running as soon as possible. And, as an added bonus, we're here to relate to you an extraordinary story as real as yours.
Let's hear it then. Really? You wouldn't be lying to me?
Unfortunately not.
You have my guarantee.
Very, very interesting, but I'm still not sure how useful I'll be.
Any information at all, even the slightest detail, could prove vital.
My dear Lone, your condition is something I have never heard of before. I am, of course, aware of the creature of which you speak, but this is the first time I've ever heard tell of a survivor. A further encounter involving the taking of samples could help, but I would strongly advise against that.
We're back to square one.
Possibly. Nobody could say one way or the other. But at this point, I cannot but accompany you on your journey back. I am sorely in need of some entertainment, and of certain substances easily available in Arkham for my experiments. And perhaps I could also be useful to your investigation. You diverted me from my path. This is the least you can do.
We absolutely agree, Henry.
Okay, let's get on our way then.
You mentioned something about a corpse holding a key during the drive here.
That's right. We got the key last night.
This all seems so unreal to me. Like I'm just a puppet. Someone led me to that key. Starting with that fake letter that led to that horrific crime. But everything began with my misadventures in Innsmouth.
Yep.
I'd love to go there someday. It seems bursting at the seams with mysteries.
If you value your skin, I'd advise against it.
I value knowledge far more than my skin.
It came to our notice, Henry. That mixture would probably have killed you.
Gentlemen, is there anything else you require?
No thanks. We're fine for now.
I will take your leave then.
Granted.
I would have been in a better place. And I don't mean in any religious sense. There's nothing left for me here.
For now, there is this mystery, though. Might that not be enough?
It may provide some satisfaction.
Lone Carter?
It might be. What do you want?
For now, all I can say is take a closer look at the altar in the church.
But who? Where? Wait! Come back here!
Who was that?
How the hell should I know? This whole thing is driving me crazy.
Tastier and tastier. Secrets and subterfuge. Just the way I like it.
If you say so. Anyway, I say we start finding out exactly what this key is and how to use it.
I should head to Miskatonic to look into that.
Okay. Well, you're there. We'll check out the cemetery.
Okay. I'll meet up with you there later.
That guy at the cafe told us to have a closer look at this altar. There's some kind of lock set into the center. Let me have a closer look at it. It appears to be some sort of mechanism. 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 It appears to be some sort of mechanism.
That panel on the altar is strangely shaped.
I'll go check. Bingo. I heard a loud rumbling somewhere off in the distance. What a strange object. This is an incredible find.
Show me? Interesting. It's a good thing that I'm here with you guys. I've seen carvings like these before.
Can you tell me what they mean then?
No, Lone. I'll need to go to a certain special place to decipher them.
Guys, I don't know if there's any connection, but Armitage seems to have dropped off the face of the earth. No one at the university knows where he is. I went to his house, and he hasn't been there for the last 2 days. This seems bad.
We'll deal with that in due time, William. Look what we found. Henry said he can translate the symbols on it.
Yes, I need to go somewhere to do so, though. And you already know how I get around. I'll need certain substances. Do you have access to them?
I have a contact that might be of help. Rose.
There are surely tons of medicines loaded with your certain substances in such a place.
What kind of place?
A madhouse.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Good. Let's go. We'll figure out how to get our hands on your substances later.
I might have an idea how to do just that.
Hi, William.
How are you, Ben? Everything okay with the family?
We'll pull through.
My friends and I have to meet with Rose. Will that present any kind of problem?
Absolutely not, William. You are always welcome here in our madhouse.
Thanks, Ben. See you later. Rose, it's been a while.
It has indeed, William.
Lone, my good friend here, told me you sent your best wishes, and I just had to come see you.
It says medicine. It doesn't seem to be locked. I think this is what we're after. Take a look and be quick about it.
Done. We can go.
Good. William, we're leaving.
I still have a few things to catch up with Rose about. Head to my house. I'll meet up with you there.
Sounds like a plan. See you later. Shouldn't we wait for William?
I've done this countless times. Calm down.
Sure you're not taking unnecessary risks? We can't even begin to know how to decipher what is written here.
Someone is laying breadcrumbs for us to follow. That much is certain. At this point, I see no other option but to just go for it.
Very well. Henry, thanks.
You can thank me when this is all over and done with. It's already taking effect. My head is getting light. I beg you.
What, Henry?
Lone.
William, you wouldn't wait. We'll just have to wait for him to wake up.
It worked! How magnificent. Every time I come here, I arrive in a different location. The center of all knowledge in the universe and its infinite dimensions. Breathtaking. There is always a price to pay for knowledge. What will it be this time? Simply wondrous. But this is no time for sentimentality. I have to start searching.
What are you?
What? Who's speaking to me? They are enormous volumes. I would not be able to even move one of them. They are enormous volumes. I would not be able to even move one of them. They are enormous volumes. I would not be able to even move one of them. I don't recognize the symbols. Who even knows to what entities these writings belong? They are enormous volumes. I would not be able to even move one of them. What strange symbols. These doors have no locks or handles. It's impossible to open them. Breathtaking. Breathtaking. What strange symbols. I don't recognize the symbols. Who even knows to what entities these writings belong? I can't reach all the way. I don't recognize the symbols. Who even knows to what entities these writings belong? I don't recognize the symbols. Who even knows to what entities these writings belong? What strange symbols. What strange symbols. Who even knows what astounding knowledge these contain? It will not be easy to gather the information we need in all this immensity. How can I possibly do so? Huh?
Now you are understood. You seek knowledge, and knowledge you shall have.
Who even knows what astounding knowledge these contain? I'm blocked off here. What a view. This is not the first time I've been here, yet every time I see no known constellations. Perhaps I'm very far away in space, or perhaps even in time.
Time. Define this unknown word, creature. Searching the archives. Now it has been found. Peculiar creatures of insignificant impact on the order of things. And the reason for your coming is known. Continue.
I still don't recognize any symbols. I have to find a solution. I still don't recognize any symbols. I have to find a solution. I still don't recognize any symbols. I have to find a solution.
No knowledge may be taken from here without paying a price. Insignificant being, are you willing to pay it? You may be irrelevant, but the price you pay would not be respond. What motivates you?
The search for knowledge.
Very well. The exchange has been made.
Where am I? Is there anybody there?
It seems there is no possible exit from this place. What is happening? You there! What manner of place is this? Are you listening to me? Wait. Hold up! I would assume this but a dream, except for its realism. Who could this person be? Halt, I say! Please, wait!
Al-Hazred, you have arrived.
What is happening? What know you of the reason for my abrupt summons?
All in due time.
Hurry! You must go see the keyholder and then attend the council.
Al-Hazred, this is the protagonist of the story I was reading. Someone or something desires that I live his story.
Has the day I become one of the keepers finally arrived? Father, wherever you are, may you be proud of me.
So, you have finally arrived.
Yes. Tell me, keyholder, how may I serve you?
Abdul, the day has arrived. Your final test awaits you. Prepare yourself. A great challenge lies ahead.
Can you provide any insight into what lies ahead for me?
That would violate the unbreakable laws of the Keepers. As much as I love you, I am forbidden to give you any assistance.
Finally, I shall become one of the keepers.
All your years of service will not have been in vain.
Yes, I was but a child when my mother brought me to this place.
That day is one of my fondest memories. You were a child full of vigor and life. You have always performed with excellence.
Much gratitude, keyholder. You are to me as the father I never knew.
Go now, my son. They are awaiting you.
I shall go then. Until later, keyholder.
My son, I am so sorry, but the grand plan takes precedence over all else.
Poor Abdul does not know what awaits him.
Nevertheless, all is...
Eh? The guards speak of me.
The sacrifice is already incarcerated in the dungeons.
Good. Although I'm quite relieved I do not have to attend.
What are they talking about? Sacrifice? Dungeons? What on earth is going on here? No, I've already received my instructions. This could come in handy. Father, am I strong enough? Grant me understanding. Mother!
What are you doing down here? Abdul, my son. I'm so proud of you.
What are you talking about? Who locked you up in there? I gave up my entire childhood for the key, and they repay me by imprisoning my own mother.
Abdul, my son, you are not expected to understand. This was all decided long ago. My imprisonment is just a final precaution.
But...
Your father was a keeper. Alas, his untimely death robbed you of his guidance on this journey. Your future as a keeper is of the utmost importance. Every last keeper shares a vital role. As you know, they demand absolute devotion and ultimate sacrifice. I only pray that you are strong enough to perform it.
I see where this is leading. I refuse. Understand? I refuse!
Abdul, stop.
Silence. I'm getting you out of here. An empty cell. Most likely due to the fact that one of the bars seems loose. Maybe it will come in handy.
Psst. Hey. You're Abdul, yes?
Miserable creature.
To be called such from a worm chained up in a cell means little to me.
True, but in a way, he also stands correct.
What are you talking about?
See, we are in a cell. We are the enemies of the Keepers, and we fight against everything they stand for. Despite this, our destiny can never be as miserable as your own.
Who are you?
Let's just say that every bright side always has a dark one. Look at the moon. It always presents to us one face, but we know that the other is still there, plunged into darkness. This is as irrefutable a fact as any dogma. The light shines equally, in full or as half, or even as a mere slice. You'll see what I mean tonight. We prefer to side with those who are without ambiguity. Our belief is that the key has been passed down unto mankind for a reason, and we desire to use it.
That is pure blasphemy. You scum. Cease filling my ears with such obscenities.
As you wish, my friend, as you wish.
For pity's sake, do not listen to them.
If you wish to see your mother escape this prison, we can help you.
Why would you do so?
Let us just say that seeing the Keepers suffer uncomfortable emotions gives us pleasure.
Much pleasure.
That would be a betrayal of everything I believe in.
We couldn't help but overhear your previous conversation over there. You are aware of what awaits you. However, you can ignore us if you so wish.
Yes, Abdul, ignore them and remain true to your duty.
Quiet, Mother. Continue.
These cells were built with the highest of craftsmanship. They can only be opened with the key the city guards hold. I know the location of the secret lock, but require a small favor in return. Assuming you can manage to obtain the key.
And what is it you want?
There is a certain item in the keyholder's room that we desire. This object can take many forms. It's up to you to distinguish its current one.
Such a task is impossible.
That is your problem. But I can provide you with one small hint. I know it holds great magical power within it.
I'll see what I can do.
Okay, we'll just wait here. We're not feeling up to taking a stroll just now.
They fit together. Fortune smiles upon me. Mother, I shall be right back.
Abdul, no.
Abdul, why have you come back? The council is waiting for you.
Forgive me, keyholder. I was wondering if I could borrow an artifact of yours, one I became aware of through my studies. One with a singular magical power I desire to study fully before my test begins.
Abdul, I know that of which you speak. It lies right before your eyes. Anyone other than a keeper would have great difficulty recognizing it. Your father could have done so.
Really? My father?
Your father was the most faithful of the keepers. Endowed was he with great power and dedication. I cannot fathom why you desire that particular item. Regardless, I will not stop you from taking it. One must be the master of one's own destiny. However, as your tutor of many years, I must warn you that every action has its consequence.
Thank you, Keeper. This advice I shall treasure.
Abdul, keep the key.
The pendant grows hotter and hotter. This must be the artifact I'm after. I believe I was able to identify the artifact.
Excellent, Abdul. You sensed the power in the relic your father passed down to you. You may keep the lamp for as long as you need it. May you use it wisely.
Of course, Keyholder. I shall return it as soon as possible. We shall meet again soon, before the rest of the council meeting.
Delay no further, Abdul.
Did you recover the key and the artifact?
Yes, I have them both right here. Tell me where the hidden lock is.
First, the artifact.
What need would you have for a lamp in a cell?
That is none of your concern. Do you not wish to see your mother go free? Give us the damn lamp!
Here it is, but no tricks now.
Excellent.
Where's the lock?
You will find a small crack in the column to your left. Fare thee well, fool.
What? Curse you! Now, I have to get my mother out of here. The lock the prisoner directed me to should be around here. I cannot open the lock without using its key. I heard a click. Quickly, I'll take you back home.
No, Abdul.
Move! We're trapped.
Abdul, yield now and come with us.
Don't worry, Mother. Everything will be fine.
I know that everything will be fine. Just as I've always known.
The key. Guard it. Protect it. Preserve it. Keep it. The key. Guard it. Protect it. Preserve it. Keep it. The key. Guard it. Protect it. Preserve it. Keep it. The key. Guard it. Protect it. Preserve it. Keep it. The key. Guard it. Protect it. Preserve it. Keep it. The key. Guard it. Protect it. Preserve it. Keep it. The key. Guard it. Protect it. Preserve it. Keep it. The key. Guard it. Carry the key with you. The key. Abandon all your known your destiny.
Henry, are you all right?
What? What a god-awful nightmare.
Calm yourself, Henry. You're back with us.
Oh my god. That poor woman. The Keepers of the Key.
Keepers of the Key.
I've heard that name before.
Guys, I need coffee. And that's where the vision ended.
How do you know that what you saw is real?
I can demonstrate it so very clearly, Lone. I can now read the engravings on the tablet we found.
That's true.
It could also be that you already knew how to do that. But maybe the lure of a healthy dose of our approval may have tempted you to lie about it.
Lone! How dare you? Do you actually think I feel the need for your approval about anything?
Lone, he's right. You've gone too far.
Yeah, you're probably right. I apologize, Henry. I'm not as used to all this strangeness as you are.
Whatever. Anyway, the tablet reads, more or less, thus. Although extremely powerful, they are considered lesser gods. They preside over small worlds, and the positions of the stars forces them into long lethargic periods. Why, we do not know. Perhaps certain configurations provide them with energy and nourishment. Great Cthulhu, sleeping in death, at the sunken city of Relay, awaits his reawakening. Ayataqua lurks in the cold Arctic region, worshipped by ancient forgotten races. Beyond the known universe exists countless other entities, named the Outer Gods, neither alive nor dead, multidimensional, infinitely powerful and insane. The most powerful and insane of them all, Azathoth, gurgles and drools at the sound of 1,000 pipers at the center of the universe. Oh, fate forbid that the cacophony should ever cease.
What does all that stuff even mean?
These are names that are often found in very rare occult texts.
Yes, and I can assure you that they are much more real than you can imagine. Unfortunately, I cannot prove that. Not yet. The truth of the matter is, the first concrete proof is you.
Me?
Your so-called condition.
Cthulhu. Now that you mention it, in the tunnels below Innsmouth, Elliot kept on repeating a chant with that word in it.
That's extremely bad. That means the town is in some way involved with these gods.
Then it's no wonder it's as shunned as it is.
For now, let's just concentrate on understanding what this passage means.
A passage from the Necronomicon, which was written, it is said, by the mad Arab Abdul al-Hazred. He was in my vision. I shudder still.
Night has fallen.
Lone!
What is it, Mickey?
I waited for you to show up. Some kid left something for you. He said it was urgent.
A compass. A strange compass that does not point north. Did he say anything else?
No, Lone. Nothing at all.
Thanks a bunch, Mickey. Do you have anything, perchance, that might light our way?
Sure, I have a lantern.
I'll buy it.
It's $2.
Here you go.
No problem, Lone. See you around.
Listen, this could be extremely dangerous, but it seems that hurting me could be extremely difficult. Wait here for me.
But Lone...
There shall be no further discussion about this, William. This is my problem, and mine alone to deal with. I don't want you risking anything more than you need to. I'll keep you informed on everything that happens.
If that's the way you want it, Lone.
It's not the way I choose, but the decision is yours.
Perfect. See you later. I feel a vibration in my pocket. Now it's doing something. The plot thickens. Well, all this grandeur is most unexpected. Does the cemetery's renovation have anything to do with that? Can't budge it. It's closed. I don't want to touch it. I must have gotten lost.
How did it go, Lone?
I keep going in circles. Compass leads to a strange entrance, but the door is closed.
Show me the compass. There's a button at the center. Try to push it.
Thanks. See you later. Ackley has translated it something like this. Although extremely powerful, they are considered lesser gods. They preside over small worlds, and the position of the stars forces them into long lethargic periods. Why? We do not know. Perhaps certain configurations provide them with energy and nourishment. Great Cthulhu, sleeping in death, at the sunken city of Relay, awaits his reawakening. Ayatakwa lurks in the cold Arctic region, worshipped by ancient, forgotten races. Beyond the known universe exist countless other entities. Name the outer gods, neither alive nor dead. Multidimensional, infinitely powerful, and insane. The most powerful and insane of them all, Azathoth, gurgles and drools at the sound of 1,000 pipers at the center of the universe. Oh, fate forbid that the cacophony should ever cease. Another identical one. Surely the sequence must be inserted on more than one panel then. What will happen then? What a mystery. The lure of the unknown. The mechanism doesn't work anymore. But what? Armitage!
Lone, get out of here!
You did it, Lone. All has gone according to plan.
Let him go, right now! Ah!
Do you take me for a fool?
Release me now!
All in due time. All in due course.
You'll pay for this!
You have merely been assisting me so far. I knew you would do it. And with a power like yours, nothing is impossible.
What do you hope to accomplish by all this? Don't you know the magnitude of the powers you're playing with? You're insane. A madman!
You dare to call the pursuit of power madness? My master has spent numerous lifetimes to attain it. But a stupid human eliminated him, wasting centuries of knowledge. But now, all that shall be undone. Oh, finally, you are here.
What are you up to? Deliver your prisoner up onto us. Your work here is done.
Who are you?
Did you really think I believed your promises? The power incarnated in that mere mortal will bring my master back to life. Together, we will dominate your swarms of insignificant insects. Even Father Dagon will bow to our will. Fools! The wisdom of my master is profound and powerful. You cannot pass.
What are you doing? Halt!
Leave him alone! Damn!
Stop, you lunatic! What do you think you're doing? This is not a power you can hope to control!
Let's find out. Katla, Besha, Katla, La.
Oh! Please just...
Iklaktan!
Stop, you lunatic!
Katla, Besha, Katla, La. Iklaktan!
What's happening to him? Let's run!
He lost his senses, his mind hazy. The pain was unbearable, but now he was finally better. Strangely better, like a hungry wolf now satiated. He could rest.
Lone! Lone, wake up! Lone, are you back with us?
Yeah. Is Armitage?
He's doing okay.
He's just unconscious.
What happened here?
We might have some ideas about that, but just focus on pulling yourself together for now. My men will transport you and Armitage to a safe place.
It's all so muddled in my head. Did I reduce those men to that state of carnage? Sure, they were a threat to us, but that gruesome scene will scar my mind forever. Luckily, we managed to save Armitage. 3 days had passed, and I felt much better. We have to meet up at Miskatonic University and take stock of the situation. Given all that's happened, Ephraim, Upton, that horrible monster, once again, the meaning of all this escapes me.
I awoke splayed out and chained down.
It's absurd to even suggest that this was all planned from the start.
Not as absurd as you'd think if the dissidents are behind all this.
Hold on, who are they? And for that matter, who are you?
I'd also like to know who that madman in the catacombs was. The spell he unleashed was beyond any known power.
Yep.
I can answer the latter with ease. He was a servant of the ancient and most powerful sorcerer, Ephraim. He wanted to bring his master back to life using Lone, or rather, the creature bound to Lone by symbiosis, as a catalyst.
Is that even possible? I mean, Bringing the dead back to life?
Under normal circumstances, no. But with Ephraim's knowledge, and given Lone's condition, we believe it is at least plausible. We may never know for sure.
You knew all this and still sent us straight into the lion's den?
That's right. And I apologize for that. But there was something we needed to verify. We would never have allowed anything to happen to you.
Yeah, right. I don't trust you an inch.
Gentlemen, please calm down. Their methods may be questionable, but I do not doubt their commitment to the cause.
What cause?
What are you talking about?
Armitage, you can't mean that.
All in due time. Time that we cannot afford to spare right now. Lone, you are in danger. They know of your mutation, of your condition unique in all of history. They will hunt you down.
I was there all alone in the caves under Innsmouth. And yet, it seems my situation is public knowledge. Unless... Elliot.
Suffice it to say that we knew of you well before Armitage contacted us. We had thought to simply eliminate you, but our superiors decided otherwise.
Thanks a bunch for letting me live.
Besides, after having now just seen you in action, that may have been a more troublesome operation than we expected.
Stop right there. We don't kill people. We are the good guys.
Armitage, I must disagree with you on that. We do what is necessary to preserve the human race. Individual lives, or even dozens, have no meaning to us. The important thing is the grand plan. And this is the very reason why you were never considered for recruitment. We have no use for your morals. We're dealing with forces that act under different motivations, as you may have already noticed.
Ignoring all moral standards makes us no better than them.
I agree.
Enough of all this. Armitage, tell them everything.
If anyone had heard the story disclosed in that tiny room by that small group of people, they would have thought them insane. It turned out that the group to which Aquila belonged. Yeah, you heard right. Aquila. Pretty curious, don't you think? Anyway, he called his organization the Keepers of the Key. Cool sounding name, very evocative, but without any real meaning, or at least so they thought at that time. Blanco was fascinated. Akeley seemed to understand a lot more than the rest of them, but there was so much that the man kept to himself. They said they could help Lone. Apparently, a recent expedition to Antarctica had made a sensational discovery. Professor Lake had discovered unnatural tunnels in a place where man has set foot only in relatively recent times. The Keepers, based on their secular wisdom, were convinced that if a solution could be found, they would find it there. As usual, Aquila did not go into detail, and there was no way to learn more from him than he deemed necessary. At this point, it was a leap of faith, but what other choice did they have? Lone could tell himself that this was mere madness, but he had seen this madness in action. He could no longer deny the evidence. The only help could come from this strange cult. He couldn't continue to pretend nothing was wrong. He was too dangerous. He didn't really trust these people, but they certainly seemed less interested than the dissidents in rubbing him out. For the moment, that was enough for him, and besides, he had his new friends by his side, and believed they had no intention of leaving it. That calmed him to some extent. Their departure was scheduled for the following week. They all made preparations in a hurry. They had no idea what it would be like to face such extreme temperatures. They bought some basic equipment and warm clothing. Everything else was to be provided by the university. The greatest adventure of their lives seemed already underway, but this was only the beginning.